Welcome to Mindful Minerva. Do you sometimes find yourself struggling with lots of negative thoughts that make everything feel harder? Today, we'll reveal some useful tips and techniques that can help you handle these thoughts better. Negative thoughts can really take over and affect how you live your life. But don't worry, there are ways to tackle them. We'll explore some tricks that can empower you to deal with these thoughts more effectively. With that, let's get right into the video. Number 1. Breathing. Sometimes, amidst the chaos of our thoughts, finding a sense of calm can feel like an elusive feat. However, the solution might be simpler than we think. It starts with something as basic as taking a breath. It sounds almost too easy, but its impact is profound. When negative thoughts begin to overwhelm us, this simple act of consciously inhaling and exhaling deeply can work wonders. It's an elemental practice that holds immense power in reining in those spirals of negativity that often seem beyond our control. Consider this: with every deliberate breath, you're not just exchanging air, you're inviting tranquility into the chaos. Deep breaths can serve as a gentle reminder to pause, giving your mind a chance to reset. They act as a calming force, easing the tension within your nervous system and helping to curb impulsive reactions that stem from a place of negativity. Picture this scenario. A moment of frustration arises, and your initial reaction might be to respond impulsively. However, in that split second, you remember to breathe deeply. As you inhale and exhale, you grant yourself a brief window to assess the situation more calmly, allowing for a more measured response rather than one driven purely by emotions. The beauty of this practice lies not only in its simplicity, but also in its accessibility. Whether you're at home, at work, or in the midst of a hectic day, the ability to just pause and take a few intentional breaths is always within your grasp. It's a tool that empowers you to regain control over your reactions and emotions, transforming the way you navigate through challenges. Before we continue, please take a second now to subscribe to the channel. We would truly appreciate your support. With that, let's get right back into the video. Number 2. Challenge negative thoughts. Negative thoughts have a sneaky way of taking root in our minds, often fueled by our insecurities and fears. But here's the thing: you have the power to challenge and overcome them, reclaiming control over your own thoughts and feeling. When negative thoughts start to cloud your mind, it's time to take a stand. Actively challenging these thoughts is a crucial step towards regaining control. It involves recognizing the patterns of thought distortions that feed these negative perspectives, essentially painting everything in a bleak light. Thought distortions can come in various forms. They might involve overgeneralizing, where one negative incident leads to a belief that everything will always be negative, or perhaps blowing things out of proportion and assuming the worst possible outcome in any situation. There's also the black and white thinking that leaves no room for nuances or positivity, viewing everything as either perfect or a complete disaster. By identifying these distortions, you start to unravel the threads of negativity woven into your thoughts. This recognition is not about dismissing genuine concerns or experiences, but rather about challenging the exaggerated or unrealistic aspects of these negative thoughts. Remember, the goal isn't to banish them entirely as they're a natural part of human experience. Instead, it's about acknowledging their presence while not letting them dictate your actions or emotions. Number 3. Write it down. Taking just 10 minutes to jot down those negative thoughts can work wonders in unloading the burden they place on your mind. It's like lifting a weight off your shoulders, giving your mind the space it needs to breathe freely. The act of putting pen to paper serves as a release mechanism. As you write, you're essentially transferring those negative thoughts from the swirling chaos of your mind onto a tangible surface. This process helps externalize these thoughts, preventing them from continuously circulating in your head and causing distress. You don't need to be a skilled writer or follow any specific format. Simply write down what comes to mind. The worries, fears, doubts, or any negative emotions that have been lingering. Let the words flow without judgment or inhibition. By doing this, you're giving those thoughts an outlet, a space outside of your mind. This separation can bring a sense of relief, creating distance between you and the negativity you've been carrying. Writing can also offer clarity. Sometimes, the mere act of putting thoughts into words can help you understand them better. You might identify recurring patterns or even solutions that weren't apparent when these thoughts were tangled up in your mind. Number 4, affirmation. Have you ever heard of the saying, "You are what you think"? Affirmations embody this concept, serving as potent tools to reshape your mindset and steer it towards positivity. Affirmations are simple yet powerful statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. They act as a beacon of positivity, guiding your thoughts away from negativity. The magic behind them lies in their ability to rewire your brain. When you repeatedly affirm positive statements, you're essentially forging new pathways in your mind. It's like training a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Similarly, by repeating positive affirmations, you're training your brain to focus more on the good and less on the negative. The key to making affirmations powerful lies in their repetition. Consistency is crucial. Whether you say them aloud or silently to yourself, regularly reinforcing these positive statements can gradually shift your internal dialogue. Over time, you'll notice a subtle but powerful transformation in how you perceive yourself and the world around you. Affirmations work by changing the narrative within your mind. Instead of allowing negative self-talk to dominate your thoughts, you're intentionally replacing it with a more encouraging and optimistic script. It's about rewriting the story you tell yourself, fostering a sense of self-belief. Number 5, change your environment. Think of your environment as a canvas upon which your thoughts and emotions paint their hues. Sometimes, when negativity seems overwhelming, altering this canvas can create a refreshing shift in perspective. Consider making subtle changes in your surroundings. It could be as simple as rearranging your living space, adding some plants, or introducing new colors that resonate with positivity. These changes can create an atmosphere that promotes a sense of calm and contentment. Similarly, surrounding yourself with positive influences, such as spending time with supportive friends or engaging in activities that bring you joy, can significantly impact your mindset. Being around people who uplift and encourage you can infuse positivity into your thoughts, while engaging in activities that resonate with your passions can spark inspiration and motivation. A change of scenery or exposure to new experiences can broaden your perspective and offer fresh insight. Whether it's exploring new places, trying out different hobbies, or immersing yourself in nature, these encounters can provide a mental reset, allowing you to see things from a different angle. Number 6, understanding distortion. Cognitive distortions are like tinted lenses through which we view the world. They're patterns of thinking that twist our perception of events or situations, leading to negative interpretations that may not align with reality. Recognizing these distortions is the first step in breaking free from their grip. They come in various forms, where we assume we know what others are thinking without evidence. By identifying these patterns, we begin to understand that our thoughts might not always be accurate representations of the truth. This awareness allows us to challenge these distortions when they arise. Challenging them is like putting on a pair of corrective glasses for your mind. It involves replacing those distorted thoughts with more balanced, realistic perspectives. This process helps in breaking the cycle of negativity, empowering you to respond to situations with greater clarity and objectivity. Our brains are wired to pay more attention to negative experiences, thoughts, or emotions compared to positive ones. It's like our brains have a built-in radar that amplifies negative information, making it stand out more prominently. This negativity bias can manifest in various ways, as we might dwell more on criticisms than compliments. This bias influences how we perceive the world around us and can sometimes overshadow positive experiences. Counteracting the negativity bias requires conscious effort and practice. By becoming aware of this tendency, we can actively work towards balancing our perceptions. In conclusion, it's essential to recognize that the path to a more positive and fulfilling life starts from within. You hold the power to shape your thoughts and perception. By implementing these techniques, whether it's through breathing exercises or understanding cognitive biases, you're actively taking charge of your mental landscape. As always, thank you for watching today's video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We would really appreciate it. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.